My name is Shibata. I'm working for NEC, and also I'm a project lead of LTSI. Welcome to my session. I'm coming from Japan. In this time, it's about midnight in Japan. I'm a little bit jet lag, but this session is the last one, so let's enjoy the discussion. So my one is explaining about long-term support initiative. It was started in last year, October in Prague. So it's about 1 year. It's very early, young project. And in my session, I'd like to talk about status update of LTSI for the first half. And the last half would be, I'd like to discuss with you the issue in the embedded industry. Okay. This is the agenda. First, I'd like to talk about status of current Linux development and how the long-term plan is released. And also, I'd like to briefly introduce about the LTSI and its latest status. And finally, let's talk about the issue in the industry. This is latest status. The Linux kernel version. The latest one is 3.6, as Jonathan stated. And latest development release is 3.7, and right now R3.4. And the stable release is 3.5 is 7 times, and 3.6 is 6 times update. And there are lots of long-term release kernel. I will talk about more details about long-term kernel. And this table shows you how the Linux kernel is released. The most left side, there are kernel version number, and release date there, and number of files and the number of lines. Let's look at 3.1. It was released in 2011 October, and files were about 37,000, and lines of code was 14.7 mega lines of code. It's noisy. 3.7 was released in this year, January, so that between 3.2 and 3.1, it took about 2 months, so 60 days. And between 3.3 and 3.2, it took about 2 months plus 20 days, maybe 70 days. And between 3.4 and 3.3, it's easy, it's 2 months. And 3.5 and 3.4, it's also easy, it's 2 months. And 3.6, it takes about maybe 70 days. So this year, Linux kernel development in each version was released within 60 days or 70 days. It's really rapid pace. And the number of files is increased about 500. Okay. So easier part is 3.4 and 3.3. It's 500 increase. And 3.5 and 3.4 is also 500. And let's look about the number of lines of code. This is also very easy to this one, oh no, not so much. This one is about 200,000 of lines of code. So each kernel version increased the number 200,000 of code increased, and with 505 files are used. This is a really great number. So it's the power of the open source community. Okay? But for the person who wanted to use latest kernel version, but also some of the stable one, because latest kernel version included some of the experimental features. So such purpose, we have a stable kernel release. after one of the kernel release, just right after that, stable branch will start to maintain within 2 versions, right? Here to here. Within these times, bug fix and security fix, which was merged into upstream, were backported to the stable version. So the people who wanted to use stable kernel, this version is very easy to use. But the lifetime of a stable version is about 2 releases. You can see it's about 60 or 120 days or 140 days. It's about 4 months or 5 months. The lifetime of 4 months or 5 months is really short for industry usage. So for such purpose, we have long-term kernel version. So yellow line. This means that someone take over the maintenance of stable version and continue backporting security fix and bug fix into a specific version. That is called a long-term stable kernel. And to maintain this long-term stable kernel, the maintainer needs to have a trusted relationship within a community because he needs to talk about many of people in Linux kernel community. This is a list of a long-term kernel. Let's look at the most upper part. The 2627 was released in year 2008 October, and the latest version is 2627.62. So it's 62 times of update, and it was released in this year March. It means that it's easy for 4 years, and maintained by very early. And also 2632 was released in year 2009, and the latest version is 2632.59, and it was released in October 9th. It's also easy to understand. It's about 3 years. So 3 years lifetime is reasonably good for industry usage. And also there are 2635, 3.0, 3.2, 3.4. These are maintained by many people. Okay. Oh, this is a major purpose of long-term kernel. 2627 and 2632 is used by SUSE, Linux, and also Red Hat and Ubuntu. As you all hear from executive of SUSE, they were maintained, maybe, I'm not sure, but 12,000 of parts needed to backport it to 2632. So they changed their kernel to 3.0. Yesterday he stated. And Red Hat is still maintaining 2632 for layer 6. And probably, I think Red Hat will release next layer 7 version, maybe next year. And 2635 was purpose of embedded usage proposed by Tim Bird, and it was used for gingerbread Android, and also 3.0 was used by Android ice cream sandwich, and also using LTSI. 3.2 is used by Ubuntu 12.04, and Debian Guy is maintaining 3.2. And also 3.4 is used by LTSI. This will be possibly used by Android latest version, Jelly Bean. By using these kind of communities long-term kernel version, LTSI was established. This is a key activity of LTSI. First one is we will provide industry-managed kernel and maintain stable. And also we will provide a common place for embedded industry. And third one is we will provide a place to support upstream activities. Actually, LTSI was established among the embedded industry people so that this activity will try to help embedded industry people. Okay. So, first one, industry managed kernel. We define common kernel every year and maintain for 2 years. So, first one was 3.0, second one is 3.4, 3.0 and 3.4. Based on long-term kernel version, it means that bug fix and security fix will automatically included into LTSI. So everyone can use, easy to use communities long-term kernel version. And plus, we will add some industries required parts into LTSI and keep it maintained for 2 years. So it will be very useful for industry usage. And if some other guys wanted to use much longer term, someone can take over after the maintenance period finishes. Someone can take over the maintenance. Then it will cause more longer term usage. The second portion is common phrase. Actually, how many people is working for embedded industry? Thank you very much. I think, in case of my company, it's also every industry, embedded industry people is focusing on their own product or focusing on their own roadmap, and not to take care about other companies. Of course, competition is of course, but information is only shared by the companies. But we are working for open source, so that why don't you share its in-house information or maybe a program or experience. But there are no common place. We will try to provide the common place to share the information, the bug fix information and experience. We are providing mailing list to share the program, and also we are having an open workshop to share the among industry. Also, in some case, people wanted to only share the information among the specific industry people because of some of LDA type of things. So we were having a closed meeting. It's called industry contact meeting. Only industry contact can gather and discuss issues. I think such information will reduce the development cost, because some company have a program and solve their own cost using their own cost, but it's open source. If some company such information becomes public, other company can use that, so that the sharing such information can reduce the development cost of all industry people. That's our understanding of this one. And another portion is we will support upstream activity. Actually, in case of my company, every embedded developer is focusing on their own product, their own development. Don't care about upstream activities. But we are using open source. Merging their own parts into upstream is reduce the development cost for their own. So, but sending patch to upstream has need to have some of experience or knowledge how to send patch to upstream. So we will provide some help. That's this one. We will provide some suggestion how the patch can be merged into upstream, and also review and discussion for proposed patch for to be merged. And actually, there are a number of discussions ongoing in a public or closed way. Actually, we have a number of discussions with SOC vendors. Actually, SOC vendors have lots of in-house patches. But having such patches is a problem because they are creating another SOCs. Each time they need to port such patch to the latest version. It takes some cost. So if such patch is merged into upstream, they are automatically ported into the latest version. So merging patch into upstream is also reduce the development cost for each company. Even in each company have lots of in-house patch. So such patch need to port into the latest version. If the patch need to do something for the latest version, they, in such case, developer need to see each lines of code, whether this line is okay for the latest version. It takes some time. It means takes cost. So if these patch into upstream, then such porting cost not necessary to pay. So if it's successfully merged, then every company's development cost may be reduced. Okay, so this kind of key activity we have, and this is a history of LTSI. We have successfully launched LTSI last year in July, and early end of January, Greg Hartman becomes a LTSI maintainer. And we will open up the merge window of LTSI 3.0 in January and close in May. We have first industry contact meeting in June at LinuxCon Japan in Tokyo, Yokohama. And in July, we have closed LTSI 3.0. And in August, we have LinuxCon North America in San Diego. We have announced a joint roadmap with the Octo project, and also have an open workshop at San Diego. And in September, we open up the 3.4 merge window. And right now, 3.4 merge window is already open. And this is a status of LTSI 3.4. We will plan to freeze or close the merge window within this week, but maintainer told me that it's impossible because 400 patches are collected, so that it takes some more weeks. And after close the merge window, and we will stabilize. And plan was end of November, but before Christmas we will release LTSI 3.4. Okay. And another status is relationship with the Octo project. We have announced a joint roadmap with the Octo project. Yocto is actually a tool to create our own distribution. Yocto was released 1.3 in October 25. It includes Linux 3.4 kernel, but it's not LTSI 3.4. For the next version, 1.4, will support LTSI 3.4. And also include most recent mainline kernel. It will be released in the first half of next year. This means that if you are using Yocto to create your own distribution, it means also you can use LTSI. It is very good. And also subsequent release of Yocto will also include most recent mainline kernel and LTSI. So we will work with Yocto project to much more easier to use LTSI and Yocto. Another update is that we are discussing with automotive grade Linux working group. Actually, as I described, requirement of software for maintenance, automotive industry is very, very high, and especially for maintenance period of software will become more than 10 years. Actually, as always, as you may be saying, if I will buy some car, I will use not only 1 year, maybe 5 years or 10 years to use, so that software need to run in the same platform within maybe 5 years or more. Okay? So LTSI will possibly be useful for automotive industry. So that is another point. Okay, that's my update. And if you have any question about LTSI, please ask me. Okay, please.
During your stabilization period, which hardware platforms are you testing on?
That's a good question. Yeah, we have a number of discussions, but testing is very difficult. We are variety of testing. Covering whole testing is impossible. So that we are just testing on building the IA PC platform, so that everyone, if contributing to testing is welcome for us.
So you're just testing on PCs, basically. So your test bed is on a PC.
Yeah. So.
So it's taken us a lot longer to put together than we would like, but somebody is working on the test setup on Hamburg that we hope to be producing the results from soon.
And also some of Renaissance guys are testing on their own platform.
Which SoC vendors are currently actively contributing to the LTSI?
Renaissance is really actively contributing to LTSI, and also we are discussing with TI, NVIDIA, and Qualcomm, but it's underway.
What does it refer to? Always the difference between kernel 3.1 and LTSI. Can we say that LTSI 3.1 improves kernel 3.1 plus
Sorry,
LTS and LTSI.
Okay. Difference between LTS and LTSI. What should I say?
The LTSI can improve because the LTS are kind of the very stable release. They don't want other new features because they break the very strict guideline to add only the bug fixed code and security fixed code only. So, but the LTSI play to add more features because there are some time gap because the LTSI 3.4 kernel is already released in May this year, and it's already we have a 3.7, 3.8 candidate kernel we already have. So that may include some new features and new drivers. So LTSI can add such kind of newly mainline code. As well as if you have any in-house code in your company, so we can accept something such kind of vendor tree code into the LTSI after some discussion review. So this LTSI can be the enhanced, expanded version of LTS.
Yeah, the Geneva guys are asking me to put a debug kernel patch. So that is not upstream. It will never go upstream. That is. It is still going to make it up.
Yeah. So because the basis. if some vendor requests us, and it will become it seems reasonably useful for embedded industry, we will merge into LTSI.
What automotive companies are working with LTSI? Could you name some?
Yeah, actually, automotive grade Linux working group is just established last month, 2 months ago. So we are just discussing, not specific companies asking us.
But it's a public charter from LTSI, so automotive stuff. So they refer the LTSI as a Linux Foundation project. So in the future, so they will add LTSI at the baseline. But definitely they need more longer support for the, I don't know, but maybe 10 years or something. So we need to discuss how we continue such kind of thing. Currently LTSI is a 2-year length.
I have, okay, please.
What can you say about the Android kernel?
Android. So.
Android.
Yeah.
Android's all there. Everything's already in 3.4. There's no Android patches needed for 3.4. If there are, let me know. I don't know that. Android's fine.
For an AOSD, for a product.
Try.
Okay. Yes.
Can I have a second question then? So looking at the LTSI Git tree, the traffic on there is not that great, and all the commits are from Greg. So that gives me the impression that there's not a very big community around this. Would that be?
Not really. So actually the patch submission is sent to the mailing list, and then Greg it makes some. They have collected the patch create, and Greg made the Git tree. So the only Greg name appears on the Git tree, but the actual contribution comes from the various companies.
So all these patches aren't
the main
patches by
yes.
I've been traveling for 3 months, as I've seen everybody in every continent. So I have not been doing any work, and it's my fault. That's why I'm asking for help with stable tree. So I've delayed it. That's my fault. So yes, you're right. Nothing's been happening. Checking in, I have over 400 patches in the mailbox to apply when I get home. There's a lot of patches being done and sent, and some are not even being sent to the mailing list, like that debug stuff. They're just being sent in. They're there. 400 patches is a lot.
Yeah.
And Reneus is doing a lot of good work.
Okay, if you have any question, it's okay, but I have 3 of items to discuss. First one is current situation. Large amount of patch come from a few parties, not a broad range of people. As Thomas Wagner's session, he also said that 2,000 of download of preemptive RT patches, but very few companies feedback. Others are just seeing what's happening. So this is the same situation in LTSI. But some parties send patch and get great feedback. And forwarding in-house patch will increase cost, as I said. And such patch module will decrease development cost. So no way this is bad. And also good chance to get feedback from outside of the company, whether this patch is good or not. So very skilled people will review such patch. How this code is changed to this. This kind of review is also provided. So why don't you send us to LTSI? Is there any opinion or comment on this? I heard some Japanese company have 200 of in-house patch. Last time.
I'm sorry, say again?
Sony isn't sending anything.
Yes, they're not. I'm sorry. we prepared some patches to submit to the 3.0 tree, and when I got them for internal review, they were not ready yet. And then the 3.0 was posted. So then we reported them to 3.4, and they had some more problems. So I'm assured they'll be fixed up soon.
So by the time we close this, we'll be ready
Yeah, when is it closing?
next week.
Close shortly after that. Just after the next time.
Yeah, please note that we are still collecting the patch for also for the 3.0. Yeah.
What for?
We're not talking about the 3.4 stuff, but 3.0 already released, but we are still open the window for the 3.0.
Yeah, I didn't know the policy there. I mean, so do you want, I mean, we have the patches on 3.0,
Yeah.
but we thought we would, because we suspect that we'll get some feedback on them, and we'd rather get 3.4 feedback on them. Or failing that, even all the way to mainline. But so far, we've got about 4 to 3.4. So. We also had some problems because it's a file system for NOR Flash, and the Panda board, which is our reference board, doesn't have any NOR Flash. That was a problem too. And the board that we do have running on is not upstream.
Okay, let's move on to the second one. Share information among industry using LTSI is not so much, unfortunately. Still we can have a meeting for both open and closed. And meeting and discussion individually are ongoing. There are a number of issues to be shared, but no question raised to the mailing list and so on. Sharing such question and answer in the industries to decrease development cost for your companies. So why don't you ask question to the mailing list or this conference?
Well, I tell you, for the automotive industry, why? I mean, that's for automotive, it's very new. It's a new way to do things. Many companies didn't figure their way around that. What does it mean for them? Where they earn money, where they lose money? And it will take probably another couple of years until these processes will be established internally in the companies. So I actually know it from the inside. I participate in another automotive initiative around open source, which is called Geneva. It was already mentioned here by Greg. And I know how it works. So we already have more than, I don't know, almost 3 years behind us, and we're still not there yet. The things are improving, but, well, it just takes time, because it's not just about shipping another product, it's about transforming the whole industry, all supply chains and all that stuff.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, actually, I agree that automotive industry started from a proprietary operating system, so that changing software from proprietary to open source need to change their mind how to work with open source community. It's very important for the thinking. Is there any other? Yes, please.
As a Linux user, I wonder how such a huge company like NEC can lead sharing information. Do you have any? How?
Yeah, actually, I'm actually open source promotion center of NEC, and I'm leading open source activity in my company and pushing people to send us to upstream. Actually, they are doing something, but not yet break the barrier because of mine is a little bit still closed.
So is there any obligation in your company? against your ideas?
Good question. Maybe bring some obligation is a good idea, but I think open source is give us freedom and working in the freedom, so that I think that making obligation is not so good idea. So taking developer to feel the freedom and then proactively send us to upstream is maybe a good idea.
So your idea is to make a good environment for your developers rather than fighting against.
Yeah, that's why I'm providing an LTSI. Thank you very much. Good opinion.
I just want to ask all of you about if you have a choice to choose the kernels, why not choose LTS button? Because today, Shiba-san introduced the 3034 is LTS. And for example, the generic case, so generic is the requirement, the latest generic requires 30 or later. So you should choose 3034 because other than that, you have a more own effort, cost to maintain by yourself. So at least for today, all of us can agree with choosing the LTS should be the right way to do. And LTSI is an expansion of LTS. So if you want to add some more features on LTS, this is a place to discuss. So I want to encourage all of you to share everyone's demand and make the better kernel for the industry.
Well, to the question why one would choose a different kernel version, sometimes it's that easy that your silicon vendor doesn't give you a choice.
Right.
So,
formally, that's the kind of fragmentation happens. Each vendor provides a different kernel.
yeah.
Yeah, but now we are trying to encourage all the SoC vendors to consent to the same kernels. Yeah.
Sure, that is definitely what we will try from our side.
Yeah.
But it's in the end, it's up to the silicon vendors to follow. So it's
No. You need to do what server guys did a long time ago. You need to say your contract that your silicon vendors support upstream, and then it'll happen. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And there are silicon vendors that do this.
sure.
So you should use them.
Just
and they'll change it. That's the way it works.
well,
I'm serious. You have to change it that way. Otherwise, it's not going to change.
we tried, of course, but on the other hand, in the automotive industry, we are not talking about the same volumes as in CE electronics.
I understand. But
So we don't have the same leverage.
I know some silicon vendors in the automotive industry that do this already. So
Yeah.
you do have options.
And I think one thing to add for silicon vendors, for SOCs in the embedded industry is they have a financial interest in selling their latest SOC. Once that window goes, they don't really have a lot of incentive to work on upstreaming that anymore.
That's why you have to make it part of your contract. I mean, we did this 10 years ago in server space. That's the only way it's going to work is if you write it into your contract. Or buy only from providers that do that. And it changed within 1 year when they started doing that. 1 year, everything changed. You're in control. You are the customer. You're in control. Don't feel like you're not. I mean, it's that simple.
I agree with all that. I'm just telling that in some cases, the suppliers don't care to lose a customer. So you don't always have this leverage. I agree, that's the way to go.
I think you have more than you realize. I honestly do. And I know there are vendors that can do drop-in replacements for other ones that do that. I mean, they often do.
But it's definitely worth trying. And if everybody tries it this way, that eventually it will get somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's the only way it will.
As you are planning to apply patches which never will be upstream in Linus kernel kit, I would assume there are good reasons that they not will be upstream. So how will the comments to the quality of the patches which will go into LTSI and not into the real Linus kit? And my other question is, how do you plan to take patches from LTSI 3.4, for instance, to the next LTSI, like 3.9 or 8?
I don't.
So The companies
I drove away.
the companies will start all over again.
Because you had 2 years to get, you had a year to get all your stuff upstream, why didn't you? Or talk to me. I mean, I did 4 reports on it, when I got 130 to 3 reports. I did some on my own. But a lot of it, any board specific stuff, I'll just throw away because it's not on the fly.
Yeah, makes sense.
But there were some easy ones. LTSI was very easy. There's a file system that was very easy. Otherwise.
Yeah, please start with Greg.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that it's easier for a company like when I'm looking to continue to maintain the patches locally instead of trying to make them general enough with LTSI if they're not general and good enough for the real lifting. Yeah, any comments?
Yeah, you know, the LTSI can be the place to the friendly to the newbies because not always the company developers study well for the sending code the mainline directly. So LTSI can be the place to study how to do that because of the Greg here. So he will I hope he can help collecting the code to be applied the mainline. So yeah.
I have someone. Everybody is interested in participation to the community, but others are the same as before. Upstream to mainline is a bit hard for newbies, as you said, but LTSI will support such activities. Yeah. Nothing is changed, you stay same as before. So do something, ask us how. I'm not so sure how to send parts to upstream. Please ask us. We can help. That will reduce your development cost. And sharing information among the industry is reduce all of the development cost. That's a policy of LTSI. If anyone have comment, please.
Are you suggesting that LTSI is a good place for testing out new features then?
Testing is...
As a staging bank for upstream move to the mainline?
In the upstream...
So are you suggesting that people who find it traditionally difficult to upstream into the mainline kernel use LTSI as a staging bank to test these new features before they go upstream? Seems a bit experimental.
Right. Yeah, if you have some pessimistic history that right to the mainline, so there must be some reason why the mainline guy cannot accept your code. So we need to try to find a way to maybe your code is more too much focused on your own purpose. So you may be more virtualization things and some kind of. So this kind of modification can be clear in the LTSI. This is part of the LTSI activities. Yeah. Actually, the last time in the US, the Samsung guy come to the meeting, and they are hoping to add a near file system to the main line. So they have a discussion with the Greg and some other guys, and Greg guided him to write the proper code in the main line. So this kind of coordination can be happening in the LTSI.
Yes. It's for F2FS. Presented this time. Okay, that's all. In time is soon finished. Is there any other opinion? Okay. Please remember LTSI is helping for the industry, and please feedback to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.